Greetings, joyous. Running a little bit late, but here we are. So this is Egypt, Egypt. The new. I don't know if anybody realize that Egypt is getting a new capital. Going to connect to Ra. It's been a while for Ra, and the Syrian elephant people, and also Khufu showed up. So I didn't get to put him in the title though. He showed up a little bit later. So the reason I put the new capital, I'm not sure if many people are. When I look around for Egypt stuff to connect with, or anywhere for that matter, the new capital came to mind. So take a look, see what that looks like. Not sure if, yeah. Well, before we do that, diamondstar.com, your private sessions. I shop here. I'm on the 19th. I think the way we're going would be at the 19th soon. I'm trying to catch up. Same situation here. Webinar, social network, rabbit, behind the scenes, dating site. But not done yet. Yeah, we got a little messed up here. So why they're doing it is a whole other story. So it's the new administration capital, which that's what it looks like what they're calling it. And there she blows. So I guess it's supposed to look like this. And this is just out in the middle of the desert. So new capital, new energies. You can say technically new Earth, you can say. Yeah, for the new vibrations that are coming in. And there's Khufu. I guess he has something to say. We'll see how far we can get with him. So new capital, just new vibrations of just the new era we're going into. So connecting for the future, like this week, just more health propaganda. I don't think anyone's going to break down. Of course, this coming week and the week after, they're building up for something, but I'm not sure what exactly what that is because we'll figure it out as we get into it. Okay, we're going to Raw and the elephant people. Just I haven't heard from the elephants like forever, and we'll move on from that aspect. Okay, blessings. Go. Greetings, I'm Raw. Greetings to your collective, yes, it is not easy times to be a part of course, your future, your alien connection. Well, you see many of you unraveling your alien selves, connecting more to Sirius, connecting more to your alien planets, even actually remembering them when the time is right. Of course, that would cause a lot of mental dysfunction here, especially when you're in a place that's a lot more comfortable, laid back, less worry. So yes, this planet was built to keep people on their toes. Of course, you have others that don't have to deal with that; they can just relax and mind their own business. But for the most part, many of you are shifting the energies not just here but also the universe. Because your world goes through problems, other planets go through problems too. Well, you're taking them out of your comfort zones too, because you all come from somewhere else. So if one of the members of planet, perfect, has one of them here, that planet's going to feel the vibrations of it. This is how you're all working together. This is why the lessons have not been fully learned. First of all, they keep sending their people here. Another thing is this: you're warning so much from it. What's the hurry to end the place and this planet too soon? Especially when it's getting good, as you're going deeper into yourselves. It's kind of like biting into an ice cream. You're going, yeah, the more troubles you have, challenges, the deeper you're rooting out your true authentic selves. But you're clearing out the superficial lifetimes of others. There's a lot of that. I mean, some worlds are like that, not at all. Some are very authentic worlds where it's actually very peaceful. It's like the more true you are, more truth beings are allowed to experience. We can just say, in a good way, say what's on your mind. The world keeps that out of higher frequency. The more that you're hiding from each other, that's where everything falls down. So Sirius has a lot of that. Obviously, your world has a lot of that. So you're wondering how to unlock the planet is allowing yourselves to be unraveled. So obviously, they say not everyone's ready for their truth, which is very true. But you're going to get past that one day. I don't think that's tomorrow, though. Yes, a version of the truth. Of course, just a version is better than no truth at all. At least it's stepping stones to what's truly there. Realize a more authentic Earth. Is this Earth authentic? Well, no, not really. Not society. Society is not authentic with itself. They don't go to work and everyone just talks about their stuff. You don't have to lay out your whole life, but add more honesty to your existence. Obviously, you can't always do that now, can you? You have to have a certain way of looking at things. You have to be a certain person. So opening up that door, yes, is painful for some. Many of you just can't wait to tell the world everything. Maybe too much. And that's where it gets weird. You don't have to tell us everything. But some beings feel like, I just got to keep unloading myself. Yes, that's why they have stand-up comedy for some of you. Or a loading dock, whatever comes first. So this is what your amnesia started, is basically secrets. Of course, your secret society started that. And even the tombs of Egypt started that too. What do you need a tomb for? What are these temples for? Why are they becoming more secretive than they were before? So you can probably connect to your higher aspects to see a place where the higher dimensions where, just you're more relaxed, more open. Doesn't mean you're telling everyone your life story every few minutes, but just you don't have anything to hide. As soon as everything started now what started the hiding was war. It was actually a bomb that hit the planet. You can say it's Atlantean connected, but not necessarily. And that's when Atlanteans and other beings begin to forget. You can blame whatever you want on the human, but the human has been roaming around for eons. But those that are protecting the earth lost their way. You can say the human took over. You could say humans have always been here in some aspects, and with your guardians that are protecting your earth started to deteriorate and become more, because the human, yes, had some of that aspect of secrets, but as more of your protectors became more lost, more secrets are being created, more secret societies, more of your economic structure was built, and your world becomes more lost. Obviously, you can't tap into the past because nobody remembers anything. Wonder why. But even during times of the pyramids, of course, in your so-called written history, they did not remember the past too well. After the cataclysms, when Atlantis was no longer, now realize the Egyptians did know Atlantis, of course, until Atlantis was no more, but still that knowledge still was very strong after Atlantis went down. Of course, the Egyptians are wondering if they were next, and that was a high probability. You can say they were thinking, sounds strange, but they're thinking like the Romans would be the next civilization, and the Egyptians would be wiped off the face of the earth. There was a possibility of that. You can go on and on with those theories. Well, it's just, why not? If Egypt's going to be hidden, secretive, why even remember it at all? Just leave it as ruins. Technically, that was the case, but obviously, there's a civilization connected to it. So, allowing more, even through channelings, more truth to becoming authentic truth to kind of come through. Many just want a message, but do they really want that message? Not always. Well, it's a human version, but it's also a spiritual version. The spiritual version will get you deeper into your consciousness. Well, because as you know more of your truth, your origins become more clear. Your origins become more clear, your future is easy to access. And how to not make the mistakes anymore. See, the ideas with the elite system here is to keep humans on a economic, system. But for that to work, you cannot remember anything. Meaning that this is normal. Being a slave on this planet is normal. But you're here to heal that. So the future generations are going to become less and less connected to work. Obviously, you have many people not going to work right now in certain persons. They don't want to anymore for good reason. But what are they doing with themselves when they're not going to work? They're just like sitting around looking at themselves in the mirror. It's like, wow, this is. I'm not going to go into that joke. Not doing that. So, yes, there's nothing wrong with not going to work, but once again, what are you doing with yourself? Now you can go and have some kind of skill, of course, and that can be just talking to people. As your Earth also becomes more Palladian, yes, the Sirian worlds have found out a lot of Sirian worlds got taken over by Orion beings and other beings of just forgetfulness, yes, of amnesia. What's the best way to take over a planet is for them to nobody remembers that it was ever taken over to begin with. Like your world. It is unclear of how all this process happened to begin with. You're slowly putting the pieces together, but still, it's not. Evidence is not clear. A new capital in Egypt is just a fresh new start. Cairo is kind of a failed state. Not completely, but in some aspects, yes. So we're just going to a new energy altogether. Unmasking your Earth. Good day. Greetings. We are the elephants of Egypt, or of Sirius. Well, Egypt also, actually. Well, a lot of our histories are erased from this planet for good reason. We are also very connected to the Hoth Wars. Now, yes, to see a ship full of elephant beings is a little strange for humans, obviously. But we do exist. Some of you can tap into our vibrations just to feel our healing vibration. As we heal your oceans, As an elephant being, yes, I know. An elephant in the ocean sounds very strange. But that is where a lot of your consciousness is. It dives deep. There's so many pain. And it also, yes, your elitists that brought a lot of your energies down here. Lowered your Earth's vibration through the ocean energy, through the water. To kind of like take the life out of it. And now you're bringing it back slowly, of course. So humans are used to being relaxed beings. Take it easy, take a load off, but unwilling to heal. Yeah, they're healing a slight part of them, but not the full divulge. So for some of you that are healing, is we have some healing points of view. So you can visualize a chakra. Some of you probably already do this, but of course you do it to a certain. But you can visualize that chakra in front of the person, like hovering right in front of them. And it's like a crystal ball. You can scan it, look into it, or even see yourself inside of it. What is speaking to you? So you're going into this new age where the chakra systems become more known, more healed, and your energy of your earth shifts. Yes, many are going through a lot of pain, wondering about the future. Releasing that pain is not simple, but that is you're actually going to an age of pain-free, painlessness. At least for those that wish to have it. And that will form a new earth altogether. So basically, you're just opening up a new direction for humanity to go. And many of you see that, but even your, as you call some, any average human, you don't have to, anybody can download technologies that you feel like you need, or just understanding of crystals, understanding of Mother Earth, whatever it might be. But we do see crystal technology becoming more known, more natural technology, where Earth can move away from third dimensional fears. Well, basically, your technology becomes more, what do you call it, free energy, just your regular machines that you have right now. It'll find its day. More natural, more healing material is being put into it instead of slave mentality. The slave mentality is putting into electronics right now is to keep the human as the slave. So if you heal the slave in Asia, you heal the slave in all your worlds here. And that's when you start to unravel your earth even more. You see deeper into your earth's energy. Is to heal the slavery here. The slavery that you see, of course, the slavery you don't see, you can heal that also. But just healing the slavery that you see, basically called daily life, the earth shifts. But you can still be productive, but in a different way. And that is what you're working on at this time. As an elephant energy, we're just basically observers. Yes, we do help the oceans, human consciousness, but really we're just hands off. We assist when we absolutely have to. We're not going into details of that. That's for you to understand. Now, some of you might look in the sky and say, look, there's an elephant ship. We actually feel there's actually elephant beings there. And we're not just from Sirian, we're from all over the universe, but at this time we're from Sirius. Greetings to you. I am Khufu. Yes, many of your leaders at this time are programmed by the ancient world of how to be. You connect to Egypt and feel a reptilian presence there, a very powerful presence that knows how your world should be. We're just sending out the image of what that would even look like. Yes, usually a tall reptilian, but in an Egyptian type of clothing. There's also canine beings that are doing the same thing. It's not an Egyptian that you see in the or a reptilian that you see in the hieroglyphs. But how humans are being programmed is actually quite simple, just not seen very well. I mean, you don't need a lot of aliens to run your planet. You really only need a few, especially when they're very powerful. You're unlocking that power by just believing in your own abilities. You don't have to believe in everything that you hear and see and all that. That's entirely up to you. Some do block themselves. It's like, I'm not ready to believe that. It does not mean it's not true. Along with many other things. Even your JFK situation. Many don't believe in that, but it doesn't make the allegations very true. At least, as you call it, conspiracy theories. So the more that you're allowing just the universe to connect with you, allowing what is needs to be seen to be seen. Yes, you might not, well, your average person might not be able to, if they knew what was here, them being here might not be all that easy. So another reason why alien beings have not showed themselves is because of many would be terrified. Because your average human is not an alien guru. They're just trying to make it through their day. So this alien disclosure is warming up the waters for it, but it has not fully allowed it to occur just yet. So obviously, a lot of alien beings have a lot of problems. And some of you Agarthian beings here that are incarnated as human have problems with the alien beings. Yes, mistrust. It's like you create this beautiful earth, and the soul, the human, can evolve any way it wishes to, and then the aliens show up and ruin everything. Some of you have those aspects or those thoughts. And you will not be all, yeah, there's like aliens came here to wreck the place. What was the purpose of this earth before human or before the alien intervention? Well, we feel like the human will evolve, obviously with still some alien energies, but maybe not so much. You can say that the darker aspect of the aliens just wanted this place for themselves. But they liked it that they can connect to their darker selves and get away with darkness here very easily. Instead of getting arrested or shot, they got away with things. So they kept on doing it. How far can we push this world until it's ours? Sounds like something that's out of a cartoon done on purpose. But it's very, of course. It's like, if you're of that power, wouldn't you want to? I mean, people are doing relationships all the time. It's just the way it is in this universe. Not all of it, but this world was kind of like asking for trouble. Well, because it was perfect in many aspects of itself. So it's like, yes, a prom date that met the wrong people. And now you have the world is the way it is. But the idea now is to heal from those interactions, to let them surface. It's like, what madness happened here? What happened to make people forget? That can be quite heavy. I mean, some people can't even get it through their own lives, let alone what happened to the earth. If you're allowing what happened to the earth to come to you, which is not easy, we feel that even if one person knew here, of course, some people have some ideas, or versions of it, that's all we're going to say on that. But the true cataclysms that happen here, to actually feel it run through you, and to see it with your own energy field, it actually shows that you're healing it. You're willing to see it first off, and you're not doing a meditation by seeing it. That allows the earth to be healed. As many of you know, your own shadow work. You do shadow work, you can connect better. You do shadow work on the planet, you can connect better. You see Atlantean beings, you see other beings show up. Obviously, there's a lot of blockages there for that to happen overnight, but the shadow work on the earth, yes, is extremely deep. Obviously, it's not just for one person to do, but that's why you're all here. Wanting to dive in. It's like you're already doing your own shadow discovery. What about the earth? What do you see with that? Because there are multiple earths affecting this place right now. Of course, a lot of channeling energies aren't always explaining everything. Because people are not always ready. That's why you get a general message and still, instead of when the aliens are going to occur here, but they're basically here, obviously, behind the scenes. They don't want to shake the world up. Not that the world people do not want it, most are not prepared for it. It's like having a weather system. I mean, look how handling weather here is difficult. Yes, you have fire, you have tornadoes, and so forth. An alien visitation is kind of like that. Even if it has the most positive intention ever, it will shake things up. So that's why it holds itself